Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode with your Vancouver Canuck franchise here in year number 3 after back-to-back losses in the playoffs. We just can't find a way to get it done. Elias Pettersson, he's got to find a way to find that next level. He's getting paid like an all-star. He's got to find that 100 to 120 point season every year from now on. He's just playing like a guy that's going to be making maybe 7 to 8 million, not that much. JT Miller, he's starting to come down a bit now. I feel like he is getting up there in age, and at this point, maybe next year, the year after that, we'll have to try and see if we can move JT Miller before he drops off majorly. We could try and trade him now, but our center prospects are just not there to replace him. And I just don't know if we'll have a replacement in free agency. Jonathan Letter-Mackey, he's looking for a 20-goal season in his sophomore year. We got a couple injuries there that kind of forced him shy of just 20 on the year. Atu Ratti, he's going to be a third-line center. Brennan Othman, the man acquired in the Arthur Silovs trade. Both young players looking for a fresh new start with their new squads. Quinn Hughes, what can you say about this man? He should almost win a Norris every year. Philip Hronek, he's got 2 more years on his contract there. He's got no move. Now that we have Willander, I think Hronek could be a possible trade piece in a couple of years as well. Tyler Myers got 1 more year left on his deal. Owen Pickering, we need to see him grow into something huge here to fit our top 4. Thatcher Demko, fresh off that big extension here. And Nikita Dolopilo will be the backup. We have Matthew Vlada waiting in the back. All the way out in Abbotsford right now for him. That's the 3rd string goalie. Now looking at prospects we've drafted. Dylan Rossi, 2nd round pick in 26. I feel like he could have a good shot at turning into something. At least a 3rd liner for us. Justin Carbonneau. Man, oh man, this guy's going to be a steal. Now, Brooks Rakowski. He'd probably be a 3rd line center for us. He is huge though, 6'7". Someone like Tage Thompson, maybe a little less skill. Justin Carbonneau, he's killing it right now. Man, oh man. Alright, so it's nice to see we got some youth ready to call up here in a couple of years that could be taking over some spots. I just don't think there are going to be enough trade pieces here to actually get a solid core of prospects in return for a 1st line forward. Roger McQueen, he's not really growing as much as we'd like. He's getting about 15 minutes ice time in the AHL, so maybe he can grow close to 80 at the end of the year. That would be our ideal moment. Then you got Ravensburgen. This goalie drafted in the 2nd round. He dropped, and we found a way to pick him up. And my goodness, he's growing quite well. He's probably going to be Canada's next great goalie. This guy is insane. Now looking at some prospects here. As we're not going to have a lot of draft picks here in year 3. We did trade away a lot of moves here. Last couple of deadlines trying to be buyers. Because we thought maybe just a couple more pieces away, but then injuries and no lack of scoring depth in the playoffs come to haunt us. Oh, hopefully we can find a way to get these prospects grown into contenders. Maybe Connor Bedard comes in on a free agency train with his cousin. Who knows? And Macklin Celebrini. I mean, Canucks already have his brother, Aiden. Technically has not signed him yet. He's still with Boston University. but he's from Vancouver. Unless San Jose wants to go out and try and sign him. But that's something that we're not going to worry about right now. We just want to sim ahead here. See how this team's going to look, especially with Aturati at third line center. So we decided to let Henrique walk. It was a true rental at the deadline. But want to give Ratty a shot, as these guys are not really growing. It's already year 3. You expect Ratty to be somewhere around an 80 at least, but he's still below that, which is kind of frustrating how these guys aren't growing. EA Sports, get your crap together. Oh, Jake DeBrusque, he's going to be out till November, so Mr. Arshdeep Baines is going to come in and replace him. He's been a huge piece of this depth. Dakota Joshua, oof, out till the 7th. Alright, so October wasn't awful. 5-3-1. Pedersen, he's off to a good start. JT Miller, Hoglander, Hughes, Bennett, DeBrusque. Besser, 2 goals in his first 9 games. Not really living up to that contract right now, but he can do better. We know he can. Lettermacki, he's struggling. Sophomore slump. Sherwood, what you expect. Demko, looking solid. And Tolipio, he's pretty much playing the exact way Seelovs was. So, at least it's not worse. Now let's sim up here. Jake DeBrusque is back. Roger McQueen, he's going to be out with an injury, so hopefully we can find a way to get him back soon. Joshua, alrighty. All these minor injuries always make a big old fuss. Alright, Othman, he's got 3 points in 12 games. Ashdeep Baines, I think we're probably going to keep in the lineup over him right now. He's making more of impact. So Joshua, come in. Othman out. Let's see if that can find a way to boost this team's confidence here. 6-5-1 right now. Ooh boy. That's not good. Tyler Myers, what is going on with all these injuries? Back spasms. Yeah, it probably doesn't help when you're 6'8". Back being bent all over the place. JT Miller, he's now injured until almost the end of November. Oh my goodness. These Canucks, they're just made of freaking brittle bones. What are they putting in the water in Vancouver right now, I tell you? Almost feels illegal how many injuries there are. And the injury things are down to 10. We don't even have them trying to avoid this. It's still happening. Tracy. AHL injury. Okay. Josh Bloom. That's also someone to keep an eye out on too. Possible 4th liner for us next year with Max Sasson. JT Miller. He's all ready to come back. So that's good to see. Willander is now going to be playing between Hughes. So keep an eye on that pairing. Hopefully that can help us out. 2 elite defensemen going at it. Alright, into December. We don't have any RFAs to worry about. Miranov. Looks like he's almost ready to come back. We're sitting second in the division. The Oilers with McDavid still just ahead of us. Pedersen slowing down a little bit. Still leading the team in points. Hughes. Besser picking it up. Willander's there. Miller. Bennett. Ratty. Alright, not bad from Ratty. His rookie year. We'll take it. Lettermacki, though, 1 goal in 24 games. We're expecting this guy to take off as a goal scorer, and he's just got to find it. We need to put him on the first line power play unit or something to try and get his confidence going. But Demko, ooh, his stats are a little bit high right now. And we're sitting about 3 points behind the Oilers right now, second in the division. So not a bad spot to be. Looking at the AHL squad, Wahlstrom, Sasson, Anderson Dolan, Roger McQueen, leading the boys in blue, white, and green in points. Sawyer Manoyo, not too bad. Josh Bloom, Adam Enstrom, Elias Pettersson squared. Braden Tracy, former Duck prospect. Matthew Villada. And Ty Young, he's looking real good in the AHL right now. Interesting. Alrighty. So we're 12, 13, 8, and 4 right now. We're starting to pitch it up a little bit, so that's a good sign. We need to start heating up here. Joshua for Fabro. No, I'm not going to worry about that just right now. It's an interesting trade. I'll give him that. But it's in division. I don't really like making in-division trades unless we have to. I'd like to look elsewhere in the NHL. I don't want a trade to come back and haunt you. But I don't know. For some reason, Alvin and Rutherford love doing that in real life. Trading to Calgary. Almost all the time, it seems. Within the last 10, 15 years, a lot of trades have been going between Canucks and Calgary. Alrighty. No, we're not going to be trading Mr. Pedersen on D to the Islanders. Get out of here, Mr. Lou Lamoriello. Well, people really want Joshua, though. I mean, he does have another year and a half of contract. Tyler Myers, broken foot. Oh, man. Old man Myers. He's starting to break down hard. Alright, so it looks like we're still second. So we're not dropping too heavily here. Oh, the Abbotsford Canucks. Looks like they're just out of a playoff spot right now. So hopefully they can pick it up a bit. Where are we at? So we got Montreal, Florida, Carolina. That's a pretty decent stretch. Oh, the Oilers, though, they're starting to carry it away. 11 points up on us. 26 wins, 12 losses. Man. But Brock Besser, we called him out, and he's starting to step it up. He's almost at 20 goals already. Willander's there, Hughes. JT Miller's slowing down a bit. Sam Bennett, Hodlander, DeBrusque. That's kind of about second line average. Letter Mackey. 36 games and he's got 1 goal. How is this possible? My goodness. This guy's supposed to be a next great sniper for the Canucks. And he's just failing us miserably. He's even getting first line power play time. Oh, man. Hopefully that doesn't hurt his growth. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe we trade him at the draft in the offseason here. And we look for someone that can actually help our depth scoring. Now, Thatcher Demko, he's got a torn hamstring. Oh, my goodness. Our goalie depth is going to be tested now. We always know Demko's going to get hurt. We always prepare for it. So hopefully these goalies can do their job. Oh, man. 1 game above 500. What is going on with these Canucks right now? Seattle Kraken really want Joshua. That is nuts. I don't think that's our record. I think that might be a glitch there. So I definitely saw us have more than 17 wins earlier. And it's a little bit backwards, EA Sports. So I think Montreal's record is ours. I guess how it's working here in this sim. But I don't think they've really figured out this calendar sim yet. Because it's still locked in on the weird-ass date. Wallstrom injured in the AHL. Ooh, Connor Carrick. He's almost ready to come back in the AHL. He's not coming back in the NHL anytime soon. He's just regressed. Huge. Now looking at defensive core. Not a lot of chemistry there with the injuries. See? Okay, yeah, I was right. So 25, 15, and 6. Alright, we'll take that. With no Demko, we'll take that. Tolipio holds your ground. We're going to need you for another month. Pedersen and Besser. Hughes. Willander. JT Miller. I don't know. Is this the offseason we trade him? He's going to be 34 next year. He's starting to decline points-wise. Sam Bennett is going to be a free agent. Let us know down below. Should we hold on to Miller? Or should we get rid of him this offseason while he still has enough trade value to get something back in return? That's our only question. Love JT Miller. Great player for the franchise. At the same time, Canucks can't get the Stanley Cup in this window. You gotta trade him to a contender that is closer. And Thatcher Demko, not his best year so far with the Canucks, but hopefully he can turn it back after his injuries. And there's a couple of players here we're looking at draft. Want to try and get a couple of diamonds in the rough if we can. That would be huge for us, especially with the lack of draft picks we're going to have. But Landon DuPont, my goodness. Talked about another Quinn Hughes. And Rob Pronter, Jackson Jacobson. What a name that is. That almost sounds made up, but then there's actually a picture of a player, so never mind. Alrighty. Who is this? Mativas Havlet, Hughes, Raycroft. And as we will end this episode here, we got the Oilers still in first in our division. Canucks, Ducks, Flames, Kings, Knights, Seattle, and San Jose. And until next time, people, we are signing off. Bye, everybody. Peace.